And welcome to the Multinational Football League. We are back in the action with Matthew Stafford, who has thrown for over 1,000 yards. He's looking for his 1,500 mark on the season in this game, as they are set to take on the Vancouver Caps. So they traveled all the way from Canada to the mid-U.S. to Omaha to take on these Pioneers. And especially in a Thursday night setting, which right now it is Monday. So, at the time you're watching this, Monday Night Football still hasn't happened. So, at the time of making this anyways, by the time you're watching, probably has already happened. Not quite sure what that's going to be. So, with that being said, we're going to kick this thing off right here, right now. Let's get it. Let's go. Caps kick it off to start. So the Pioneers, Matthew Stafford, who has been having a great season, IRL as well as here. We could pop up his stats again, but I do have them on my phone. That's something I did just for this game, because this is kind of a big game, honestly. 12 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Not exactly ideal on the interceptions part, but he is still having a good season as far as yards per game go and all of that. Handoff, and this goes straight up for a gain of 12. Kyron Williams, who I believe has come back off of injury. Do have another injured player in that running back room. Stafford with great protection. Cooper Kupp, big first down. He gets walloped at the 36, but it's still a big first down. 24 yards on the gain there. Big pass from Stafford. Absolutely unbelievable what we're seeing here. Forgot to tell you guys, I am alone in commentary today. Coming up the halftime show, though, Ice will, in fact, come on and give you guys that excellent halftime show he always does. 9 yards on the game there. And Cooper Kupp last week, man, he was electric. 6 receptions, 96 yards, 2 tutties on that game, and I believe they ended up winning. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but they end up winning their last game to go to a neutral record, 500 here. And that's another big pass for another big first down. Red zone shot on their first drive. So 15 yards is all they have to go here. Williams in the backfield. Handoff. Kyron Williams, 4 yards on the game. So now this is where it gets more compressed. The Caps could hold them to a field goal here, but Stafford does not look like, at least right now, that he wants to do that. Great catch on the sideline right there. Not going to pick up the first down, but makes it very manageable for Stafford and the Pioneers. 3rd and 1 at the 6. Motion to the tight end. Looking to throw. Stafford. He wants Puka, and he's got him. Touchdown. Puka Nacua. As he'll get in the end zone, and he just walks it off like it's no big deal. Big opening catch right there for the touchdown. You can see there, both feet in bounds, obviously, as he gets into the end zone. Great job by the Pioneers on that offensive first drive. 7 plays, 73 yards. And taking off quite a bit of time there. 3 minutes off of the clock. Didn't feel like 3 minutes, so that was a Huge. Huge drive for them. And wow, great tackle on the kickoff return. And now we're going to see number 9, J.J. McCarthy, come out. He hasn't had too great of a season so far. 274 yards. He's got 1 INT on the record, so you hate to see it, but you also don't want to see who else they've got on there, man, because it's not looking good for him. And there is a pass to Aaron Jones for 3 yards. Told y'all I took a picture of the stats. I'm pulling them up right now for the Caps. And Drew Lock is their next option, who had 6 touchdowns, 3 INTs. They figured they'd give a shot to him as Christian Roseboom just laid the boom on J.J. McCarthy. Look at that. Beautiful form tackle right there. Gets the sack, and now it's 3rd and 15 for the Pioneers. Or the Caps, excuse me. Looking to throw. Jones on a slip screen. He's got a big first down and more. Way more. To the 40, and he's all the way down to the 38 in enemy territory. What a play. Great play design here. 3rd and 15. J.J. McCarthy, just give him the simple route, and great blocking here by Jefferson. You'll love to see it out of your receivers, especially your star guys. And I can tell you right now, if he keeps that up, he's going to get the ball more. 1st and 10. McCarthy over the middle, caught 5 yards there. 2nd and 5 at the 34. That is a big momentum shift in this game. Watch Jefferson here. Could be a fake handoff. It won't be. And Jones will get 4. So a very manageable 3rd and 1. ISO formation here for number 9. And the Caps, as that's going to be a first down. Aaron Jones carrying the show. 27-yard line now for the Caps. They're hoping this drive doesn't stall out. Quads formation. McCarthy with an empty backfield. They motion Jones, who's going to end up being a pass block, and they tried to get it to Jefferson there. McCarthy just didn't have enough time. And now it's 2nd and 10 at the 27. They'll go handoff with Jones. He gets a good block. And Jones up inside the 15-yard line, and the Caps could answer right now. So the Caps are a very good, this is kind of funny to say, they're a very good losing team right now. I mean, you've got answers in the backfield. You've got, all this stuff, which, by the way, TFL there, 2nd and 11. Only 1-yard loss. And we're going to see some movement on the line. So the referees might cut out. False start. Number 66, offense. So the Caps will be backed up even further. Now they're just outside the 20. So barely in the red zone at this point. And that will take them completely out of it. Jared Verse. He has been spectacular on the defense, and now it is 3rd and 18. We've seen them convert something similar before, and this is definitely not the same play. 4 yards, 4th and 14. Great stop by this Pioneers defense. 4th and 14. And a kick coming here. 25 yards. Or 35. Kick is up and good. And Will Reichard puts it right down the middle to make it a 3-7 ball game, which is not terrible right now. With a score, at least a touchdown, they can take the lead over the Pioneers. So we'll see how this offense continues to move as receiving touchdowns. The leaders, Rashee Rice, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, St. Brown, and Godwin. And Kupp looking to improve on his touchdown total so that he is at the top of that discussion. Stafford goes to the backfield here. He's got a yard out of it. It's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 26. Puka Nacua looks like he's manned up. Could have some safety help, though. We'll see how that happens to be configured here as Stafford launching one deep for Nacua. What a catch! Over Byron Murphy Jr. 1st and 10 at the 33. What a catch! Elevates. Give me that. Right over the DB. Stomps over him. And Byron Murphy comes in to tackle him. That wasn't Murphy on the coverage, but he certainly got there for the tackle. My goodness. What a play for the Pioneers. And Stafford. Protection's running out, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 33. After that big catch, Stafford is going to dump this one off, but again, going nowhere. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 33. No Nacua out here. Still got Tutu and Cooper Kupp as Stafford gets it out to Williams, who tries to go forward for just a little more, but it's going to be 4th and 1. Byron Murphy again making the tackle, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So some more time to think about this as the Caps go 3-7 with the Pioneers, who are in scoring range, and they look to possibly kick a field goal to make it 3-10. So 4th and 1 here. After thinking about it, they said, nope, we're sending the offense out here. We can't go for a field goal right now. So a lot of trust in this offense, and it's going to pay off. Cooper Kupp with the catch to pick up a 1st down. The drive continues, and that's what Omaha has been doing great so far. They've been executing long, lengthy drives that result in touchdowns, as I believe this is only their 2nd drive. Vancouver and Omaha both scored on their first drives, and the trend could continue here. There's been no punts of any kind. So Stafford running out, and he is going to be sacked. 3rd and 15 at the 21. Jonathan Greener getting back there for the game's first sack. Or, I'm sorry, the first sack for the Caps. And man, did he have the angle right there. Stafford tried to get away there, and not a very veteran-like move. He's just running backwards the entire time. Looks like Van Ginkel off the edge, and Williams on the run there will only pick up a yard. Not sure why you would do that on 3rd and 15. Reminds me of a high school team. As it'll be 4th and 14 at the 20. And about a 37-yard kick ensuing here. As it's up, and it is good to make it 3-10. Cardi puts one up there as well. So 3-10. Reminds me of that Browns game, which was very good to watch. I mean, I was sitting there at a wrestling tournament. Not for me, but for the girls' team or whatever. They had that high school and middle school, so they were basically running 2 tournaments at once. But yeah, I was one of the table workers. We were watching that. Coaches come over every so often, ask what happened. Did Garrett get his sack? Which sadly I don't think happened. And now I can gladly say we came out with a win in that game, as that's going to be a first down at the 48. Naylor with the first down there. Witherspoon in coverage, as the Caps are now moving this ball with quite the efficiency. And there it is, Jones, who had a big run to start off. And Jared Verse, very volatile, which is a very interesting word to use here. Volatile run stopper, as Jefferson's going to get a catch here. First catch in a while. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the 42. And they'll go slip screen here. Jones has excelled in that, but he'll still be stopped short. 4th and 2 at the 39, as it looked like the Pioneers seen it coming. And we'll see our first punt. This one through the air, and it will be a touchback by official roll. And I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I am back in, oh Lord, a very scary situation for the Pioneers. 7 yards on that game makes it a little less scary. So it'll be 3rd and 13 at the 17. Quads formation. Stafford, again, alone in the backfield here. And he'll look to throw. 3 receivers out, and Stafford is sacked! Van Ginkel getting back there, and Stafford just goes plummeting down. As we take a look, it's 4th and 21. First down at the 37 for the Caps. So, I mean, again, taking a look at these stats, nothing really tragically changed on either side. So, McCarthy airing one out, and it's caught. First down to the 39. That was like a Gus Johnson call. Had a voice crack right there, but a great read by 9 right there. You love to see it. Poor kid was getting bullied. I mean, still kind of is, but he has definitely shown up a lot more. As McCarthy will go play action again, and it's incomplete. Diving attempt, and Johnson is going to bat it down. 2nd and 10 at the 39. Jefferson taking a look out for him. Excuse me. McCarthy tucking the ball and running here, as it's going to be a gain of 2. And now 3rd and 8 at the 37-yard line. McCarthy rolling out. He's going to run again. It's a first down and way more. He's to the... Oh my goodness, he's nearly to the 10 there. 1st and 10 at the 12. So inside the 15-yard line, and the Caps are dangerously close to scoring. First and 12, or yeah, I mean, I guess that's the way you look at it. First and 12. McCarthy shuts it down. 8 yards. Second and 2 at the 5. So McCarthy goes under center here. Jones in the backfield. They'll pitch it to him, which he has not done very well on and will continue not to do well on as Spates lines him up and takes him down. And now the 2-minute warning comes here. 3:10 and a crucial third down for the Caps, who will get the ball at halftime. And now McCarthy rolling out again, sacrificing himself for the touchdown. J.J. McCarthy looking back at his line saying, should I do it? And he does. He spikes that ball in the end zone. And rightly so. Sending the ball just over the line for that touchdown. Receivers weren't open. It's a very, very closed field. Once you get inside the 5, and now the Caps have tied this game up. And once again, I will be back. It literally will not take that long. It'll probably take like 15 seconds at most. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and the Stafford-led Pioneers are very close to field goal range, and that sack is going to take them definitely a lot out of range there. Second and 17 at the 41. Here's Stafford. Quick pass to Atwell. Atwell gets a big gain, and they're going to say he has the first down. Timeout taken by the Pioneers. And with that timeout, it is 10-10. And a very likely scoring chance here is Cup. Is going to get hit here. Takes a final timeout for the Pioneers. Now 2nd and 4 at the 18. Stafford is going to be sacked again. 3rd and 17 at the 31. No timeouts. 10 seconds. Running inside 10 seconds now. Stafford sacked again. No time. And they're out of field goal range. So that is how the half's going to end. Multiple sacks on defense for the Caps. And now it is a 10-10 ball game still going into halftime, which will be taken away by Ice here in just a few seconds. Ice, this is all you.
NFL, and we got some newer games here. We got none other than Orlando Lumberjacks. That's the highlight, one of the highlighted games there. Memphis and the Redwoods. That's also another highlighted game. And I wanted to point out as well, can the Tigers beat the Condors? Because they have 2 ties. Or will we see another tie from the Condors? If we see another tie, not Condors, if we see another tie from the Tigers, we might need to investigate in that. But it's been J.J. McCarthy and 2 number 9 quarterbacks. Well, that's actually insane. Of the good old legendary Matthew Stafford. Lions fans love him. And we're taking it to the second half.
Thank you, Ice. I appreciate that more than you know. As it'll be first and 25, or first and 10 at the 25, excuse me. As the cap set up here. And number 9, the guy that they've been clowning on for a while has actually been doing pretty well in this game as well as real life. Not so bad games from him. And it looks like his line is going to have a pretty bad time, though. False start. This one's on the tight end here, TJ Hawkinson. So that backs him up 5. Not a big deal here on 2nd and 6. As they'll get this one off to Hawkinson, who will pick up a first down. A little bit of redemption right there for him. First and 10 at the 38. Motion to Jettas. And this is going to be 8 yards on first down. So 2nd and 2 at the 46. Jones on the handoff. And he's just short. 3rd and inches at the 48. It is go time. 3rd and inches. Handoff to Jones again. And they're going to say he still didn't get it. 4th and inches. At the 48. You got to have a decision to make now. Do you still try it? On 4th and inches at your own 48? The answer is no. The defense and offense will go off the field here as the punt comes here. And it'll be a first down at the 27. Officials say that's where the ball went out. And now Stafford and the Pioneers will get this ball here as Williams has been somewhat of a force today. He was before the injury, and since coming back, he showed that he is still that guy as Cooper Kupp is going to pick up another reception. First and 10 at the 46. A lot of deep shots from Stafford, and they are connecting bit by bit. And now, with the play clock running down, they'll get it off, and Tutu Atwell is going to get a gain of 8. Looked like he got caught in the middle of those 2 defenders. He gets up, though. 2nd and 2 at the 38. Stafford puts Kupp in motion. And now Williams with another first down for the Pioneers. I'm telling you, it's slow and methodical. That's what they've been doing the entire game. Slow and methodical. Also, could be a 5-man rush here. It absolutely will be. So the blitz comes, and it'll be a 6-yard gain through the blitz. No one even really got back there, so really just for nothing there. 2nd and 4 at the 29. Here's Stafford. Quick pass to Kupp. Cup stays on his feet. Cup still going. And it's a first down to the 24. You would have thought he'd been tackled off of that first hit. Nope. Put his hand in the ground, kept going, and even made his way through a second. As Stafford goes over the middle, and Cup just can't hang on. Van Ginkel knocks the ball loose. And now 2nd and 10 at the 24. Excuse me. Here's Stafford. Over the middle. Pass is caught. Tutu Atwell will have a first down at the 13-yard line. First and 10 at the 13. Stafford. Handoff. And that is going absolutely nowhere. Looks like Bynum got there. So 2nd and 10 at the 13 after that failed run, which I wouldn't even call failed. They got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's not a TFL. As Stafford gets the ball out here, and that's a touchdown for Omaha. Huge touchdown. Harrison Bryant gets in for it. Unbelievable. Great catch here, able to turn all the way upfield, and Pace just misses him. As now it is a 7-point game once again for the Caps, as the kick is up and good by the Pioneers. 10 plays and 5 minutes. That's what I'm talking about, man. Them slow, methodical drives are what get you in this league, and that's what we're seeing from the Pioneers. As this return will make it back to the 25. And now Vancouver, they'll try to take over here and answer back with number 9 back there. 9. I've been saying number 9. It's just 9. McCarthy is going down. Jared Burse. 10-yard sack there. It's 2nd and 20 at the 15 now. Darnold. Hand off to Jones, and he's going backwards. Man, the Caps offense is bottoming out right now. 3rd and 22. A must-pass situation, and they know it. Empty backfield here for 9. McCarthy. Looking for something here, and that one just too low. Spates knocks it down. It's 4th and 22 at the 13. So Vancouver will have to punt for, I believe, the 2nd or 3rd time today. The Pioneers have only had to punt once. Maybe not even that. As Matthew Stafford comes out here, and man, what a performance he's had today. 2 passing touchdowns. Sets him up with a 7-point lead. 1 to Nakua and 1 to Harrison Bryant, the tight end. So now you wonder, can he add a 3rd to that list? Does he have the hat trick? Stafford running around, and he gets decked. 7 sacks on the day for the Caps. Jonathan Greener getting back there once again, and he just does not care who the QB is, just blows right through him. Hate to see that. If you're the Pioneers there, you thought you just had a pretty good drive. You could relax here, and now that sack takes you all the way back to the 23, and Stafford throws it out of bounds here, which will stop the clock. 2 minutes 14 in the 3rd. So plenty of time for Vancouver, as well as the Pioneers. As Stafford will have good protection here. Fires deep, picked! An arm punt! And Bynum. Or I'm sorry, that's Byron Murphy Jr. is going to have his first interception of the game and the first interception in general of this game. Unbelievable. Able to stay with that, being the ball hawk there, play low, and get that pick. That is a awesome play by Murphy. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35. Hand off to Jones. Jones accelerating upfield, and he's got a first down to the 47. We've seen what happens when this team gets in a rhythm. They score touchdowns, and well, this doesn't look any different. A turnover, big run on the first down play, and it looks like they might go right back to Jones after that play. He's still up, and he's still moving. He's got a first down, and he will be tackled inbounds at the 31. And Jones, man, he is just showing off that speed, that agility right now. As it is 1st and 10 at the 31. Hand off to Jones once again, and it's a first down. So another first down for the Caps. And there will be another handoff. Jones still bruising forward. And speaking of bruising, Addison is down. It's not a good sight. He's on the bench right now. Maybe just a little bit of a cramp. We'll figure it out. 2nd and 8 at the 19. Handoff. And Jones will go forward for 2. And that will end our third quarter. So suspense coming at the end of the third. It's a 10-17 ball game. Pioneers on top. And the Caps are growing ever closer to winning this one as well. Combined effort of sacks and a turnover battle that they are winning right now. And with 12 minutes to go, handoff to Jones will be another big decision right here. 4th and 2 at the 13. What do? You kick the field goal, trust your defense, which has been very good today, or do you go for it here? And wow, they're going to go for it here. Hand off to Jones, and oh, they're going to say he didn't have it. First down, Pioneers. Jones tackled just short of the line to gain. Oh, man. I don't know about that call. That is going to be talked about for some time. As it is 1st and 10 at the 11 for the Pioneers. Again, this defense has still played pretty good, though, and they're showing it right here with only a 1-yard gain there by Williams. Four-man rush look here. And they'll send it. A man over the middle catches that one. And Stafford has had himself quite the passing game so far. Again, that third touchdown, we're still wondering, can he get it? And right now, it's 3rd and 6. And the Caps have been good on this defense. And that is going to be a ball Harrison Bryant wants back. That is a drop, and it'll be 4th and 6 at the 15. Omaha will fire this one straight out. And Jones with a first down to the 33. Aaron Jones today. 18 rushes, 88 yards, no touchdowns so far, which I would like to believe can change here in just a few minutes, as it'll be get the ball with 9 minutes 59 to go, and that'll be only a 1 yard gain by Jones. Kinchin's giving him some trouble, so he gets up, starts fighting back a little. 2nd and 9 at the 34. Hand off to Jones, which again only goes for a yard. And now I feel like this is a must-pass situation. If you're the Caps, and they think the same thing, empty backfield. Looking to throw. And he is sacked! Another sack for the Pioneers! And it's 4th and 18. Why is Drew Lock out there? Wow. They substituted J.J. McCarthy for Drew Lock. And now it is 4th and 18. The punt coming here for the Caps. As now this game gets a little more interesting. Stafford has only missed 5 passes. He's got 258 and 2 touchdowns. And I'll keep repeating it until I'm blue in the face. Can you get that? 3rd one for the hat trick. Play action here. Stafford goes out wide, and it's going to be 2 yards on the gain. They say didn't go out of bounds, so 8 minutes becomes 7 minutes, and probably about 30 by the time I'm done saying this, and it absolutely will be. Here's Stafford launching a deep ball, and that one's nearly picked off as well. The deep ball was the answer in that 3rd, maybe even the 1st half. But this 4th quarter, they've shown that they are ready for that deep pass now, and they will not let it happen again. As that is going to be a sack for the Pioneers, or the Caps, excuse me, as they look to break the single game sack record for a team. I know we say that a lot, but it is very, very close to happening. Unbelievable. That is the only reason right now that I feel the Pioneers are only up by 7 is this defense. This offense hasn't been, consistent. But when they lock in, and speaking of lock in, Drew Lock is in, and he's had some trouble here. As McCarthy, I don't know what happened to him. I guess he must have gotten injured, and I just didn't see it. That, or they thought he was having too much fun out there, I guess. I don't know. And that is a big pass completion. Addison is back with a burning passion to find that end zone, and he is very close, 28-yard line, and they are in enemy territory. T-minus 30 yards away from tying this game up, and Addison, if he just had a little bit more speed there, could have made it to the end zone. Instead, going to be a tackle, which isn't bad at all for the Caps. You still run down time here, and Jones with 3 yards on the gain there. Number 55 has got a sack in this game already. Excuse me. Giving him some trouble there. And Jones will only go for a gain of 1. I mean, this...
I didn't get that. Could you?
Okay, well, I just activated my... I'm not even going to say it. 3rd and 6 at the 24. Hawkinson going forward for a gain of 2. And again, big situation here. 4th and 4, 23-yard line, and they are going to go for it. They don't have to. I mean, they really don't. They could kick a field goal here and then, well, I mean, I guess with how the offense has been moving, yeah, you want to go for it here. And Jefferson proves them right. First down at the 14. First and 10 at the 14. Lock under center. Hand off to Jones. And Jones is going to get a gain of 3 here. Second and 7 at the 10-yard line. Jones could have another big run, and he nearly gets that first down marker. That has been dreaded so far for Jones right now. 3rd and 1 at the 5. Darnold, or Locke. It looks like Darnold because of the number 14, and he is nearly sacked there. Gets it all. 4th and 1. And we all know what's going to happen here. They're probably going to go for it. And they absolutely will here. 4th and 1 at the 5. No extra help on the line. They won't run Jones. They'll pass it to him, though. And he is tackled behind the line. I'm telling you, the field goal would have been enough. And they just won't listen. Like I'm talking to a brick wall. Williams just gets that tackle in the most unorthodox way, and now Stafford and the Pioneers are set to pretty much just win this game right here, right now. If they get another touchdown, it is definitely sealed. Right now, though, 22 seconds till a 2-minute warning. They've got to run some clock down, and Cup catches this one and gets down. Smart decision. 5 yards on the gain, and 2 minutes left to go. They have to get a first down here in order, actually 2 first downs in order to seal this game entirely. And I keep missing key things here. He's still off. What on earth was that? Timeout taken by the Caps. 3rd and 1. Very big 3rd and 1 here. At the 15-yard line, a single linebacker. And that is a smart decision. And Stafford is going down. No safety. It's 4th and 13 at the 3. And that timeout by the Caps is brilliantly burnt right there. Talk about a play to burn a timeout on. I mean, your defense just gave you the best chance to win this game right here, right now. And this offense, oh my goodness, this guy has a leg. Booting it from his own end zone to the 30? Are we serious? Aaron Jones, by the way, 24 rushes today, 102 yards. So he's over that 100-yard mark. Seems like a pretty successful day for him at running back, as Locke will once again go short here. 6 yards on the gain. Addison on the catch. So 2nd and 4 at the 45. And Locke stepping up. I don't know why he just didn't run with it. Incomplete there. 3rd and 4 at the 45. And 3rd down conversions. That has been the key here. Vancouver has 3. They haven't been able to convert on quite a few of these, and I don't know why he's throwing this one out. And now it's 4th and 4. You have to go for it. One timeout is not going to save you here. And they know it. They've been in that must-go-for-it situation for probably about 5 minutes now. And that pass is caught. Hawkinson still on his feet, and it's a first down to the 46. No huddle here. This is a game-winning drive if they can get there. Drew Lock. Pressure! Spates gets him! And you hate to see the clock go down there, but they hurry up to the line. 2nd and 20. Lock. Aaron went out. Does he have him? No. No flags. 3rd and 20 at the 44 with 25 seconds left. And Witherspoon with some lockdown coverage. 25 seconds left. Block is sacked again. They got to call a timeout, and they do. But man, what more could you possibly have against you? It's fourth and 27, 21 seconds left in the game. So even if you get this, you have to get out of bounds, and you still got to score a touchdown here. Lock firing down deep again, and Witherspoon just knocks it down like a fly. And that is game. Omaha will win, and the Caps offense will end up stalling out at the end of the game, man. Unbelievable. You still wonder what would have happened if McCarthy had got in a little more. Instead, it is going to end up being a heartbreaking loss to the Pioneers, who they had all this game. Look at this. Jones was moving that ball, and then he just kind of stopped in the 4th. Caps defense was getting sacks every which way. Puka Nacua catches a touchdown right there. That's what sets him up really well. And I mean, again, this offense was just never able to capitalize off of the Pioneers' mistakes, and that is what it comes down to. I mean, look at Drew Lock. 60 yards, 50% completion rate. And then you take a look at a guy like Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdowns, 265 yards, 80.6 completion percentage. I, again, have no other explanation than McCarthy must have just gotten injured. And he definitely did. That is not a good sign. And the funny thing about this is he's a rookie. And he's putting up numbers like this. I mean, this is phenomenal for a rookie. Only 2 incompletions, 119 yards, compared to a guy like Drew Lock who's been in the league for 5 years. 50%, 6 for 12, 60 yards. And your completion percentage is exactly what you would think it is. McCarthy had a better completion percentage rate than Matthew Stafford today. Still don't know what the QBR is all about. I mean, I guess they would have liked to see more passes, but it's whatever. Maybe a passing touchdown, an INT definitely doesn't help. But, you know, Stafford threw an INT, and, well, it only ended up being, like I said, like an arm punt. And rushing-wise, Aaron Jones is our lead rusher of the day, obviously, with 100 yards, 102 at that. 2 broken tackles, and his longest run of the day, 17 yards. I call a load of baloney on that. You're telling me that big run was only 17? No. And J.J. McCarthy, maybe a possible reason why he got injured. 3 attempts, 33 yards. He got a touchdown and a 25-yard run, the longest run of the day. And Jordan Addison got 1 rush. He got 9 yards. And last time he got 1 rush attempt in real life, he ended up with 60-some yards and ended up beating all of the other team's rushers. So, you know, Cam Akers ended up losing 1. Stafford ended up losing 1. And, I mean, again, great games by these running backs. You love to see it. Cooper Kupp, 77 yards, might be the biggest receiver of the day, and he is best receiver of the day, blocking wise. Now I'm interested to see this one. Right guard Kevin Dotson lets up 2 sacks today. My headset disconnected, guys. Hold on. I just did that. Okay. We're back. Blocking wise, though, Kevin Dotson, 2 sacks. Harrison Bryant let up 1 sack. Rob Havenstein let up a sack. Bo Limmer lets up a sack. Brian O'Neill lets up 2. And Alaric Jackson, the left tackle, lets up 3, which is the same number of years he's been playing. Defensively, thought this was a really good game on the defense. Byron Murphy Jr. gets an interception. Love to see it. The sack total, Jalen Redmond ended up getting 3 sacks. Jonathan Greener gets 2. And I mean, again, you just gotta love to see some of these stats. Like Levi Drake Rodriguez. That's an interesting name. 1.5 sacks. Braden Fisk gets 1. And Christian Roseboom got 1. Shaquille Griffin, the cornerback, got 1 there. How about that? Andrew Van Ginkel got a half sack on the day. And Jonathan Bullard got a sack. And kicking wise, we only seen them once come out for their field goals. One was from 35, the other 37. Punting, no one really cares. Kick return, no one really cares. And yeah. So other than that, that is the full game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and what was a thriller 10-17 victory. The defense for the Pioneers, believe it or not, won this game. And the Caps couldn't capitalize off of however many sacks they got. But I won't check that right now. I'll say so long from Omaha, Nebraska. Peace, guys.